Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Ben Sorensen's Real Country Interviews, bringing you the stars of country.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and this is my Real Country, and nothing like a real redhead. It's TRACY KILLEEN. G'day.
Hi, how are you?
Mighty fine. Your hair looks lovely today.
Oh, thank you. I took a little bit of extra time, just to give it a bit of a tussle.
Well, I didn't, which is why I've got a hat on. But you've got... It doesn't work with long locks, does it? Now, first question. Something that does make me very excited is your touring. I love seeing you perform live. It's great. So tell me about that. I think it's Tastes of Tamworth, is it?
Yeah, Taste of Tamworth. It's with Carter and Carter and Travis Sinclair and myself. And we'll be touring throughout Victoria and regional New South Wales. So we can't wait for that. It's going to be great.
So it seems to be in country at the moment, there's quite a few people touring with other people, which gives you a great opportunity to get to know other musicians in your industry quite well, because I don't think there is a better testing ground for any relationship than going on tour.
Absolutely. No, and it's fun because you also bring all the different fan bases together. So, Carter and Carter are very different to me, and I'm very different to Travis Sinclair. So, he's got quite a big trucking fan base. So, we bring our audiences together. So it's great. It's going to be lots of fun.
Oh, and also the stories and antics that you guys get up to after the shows. I think that would be very interesting as well.
Yes. No more raspberry fizzy drink for me.
Yeah, you really do need to watch that red food colouring there. And the blue one now, apparently, as well. So touring is obviously live performances are a big part of your career, but so is recording and doing these fantastic video clips as well. So of course I'm talking about 42 Margaret and Vera. Now, what an amazing song that is, and the video clip was wonderful. It really captured the emotion of the song really well. So can you tell me a bit more about the song and why you decided to write that and release that as a single?
Well, I came across it actually on the internet as the story of these two brave Australian nurses during World War II, Margaret Anderson and Vera Torney, and I really wanted to write a song about it, and I got together with Alan Caswell and we wrote the song, and we got into the red wine, which helped me.
Musical lubricant.
And we wrote Get the Juices Flowing.
Yeah.
And so we wrote Margaret and Vera, 42 Margaret and Vera, and really proud of it. And then when I won the Golden Saddle Award in 2010, part of that prize money went to making the clip with Duncan Toombs. And, I call him Mr. Hollywood because it's just amazing, what he thinks of. Like, it's just out of the ordinary. And you get to have your hair and your makeup done and feel like a movie star for a while. It's hard.
I reckon it would be. It would be. But the problem with the video clips, or all the video clips that I've done, is there's a lot of action going on, and some people work really hard, but I tend to get caught by the food table. Big problem. I tend to be, interviewing cream buns and bickies and coffee. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. But in all seriousness, I think that it is really wonderful that Australian country artists are, like yourself and Alan, are putting time, effort and energy and giving the space and importance on your album to these stories, because I think that our Australian country music that tells our stories is one of the most accurate forms of historical reference that is most readily available. So I think
absolutely.
And it's so important, I think, because people that listen to 42 Margaret and Vera may not be aware of that story, and this is a springboard for them to go and learn more about their own country's history. Some amazing, courageous people that gave their lives for the wonderful freedoms that we take for granted now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think because we've got so much going on today with our soldiers over in Afghanistan, that it's really prevalent today and people can really relate to it.
Now, speaking of our soldiers, you, a little while back, took a trip over to keep them entertained. So tell me about that experience.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you? Oh, no, because, that was the cavalcade that I was sitting with you in a tank. That's where I've got it mixed up.
But I do like a couple of soldiers with my hard-boiled eggs.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. It's one of those mental blank moments. There we go. We'll see if this makes it to the final edit. I think.
But we did quite a tank together. Right?
We did those. What were they? Bushman Ranger things. I don't know. They were big and they were great and they had awesome air conditioning.
You're hilarious.
Oh dear. But it is an absolutely amazing song, and the album Driver's Seat you've been getting quite a bit of mileage out of, which is very impressive.
I know, it's actually a year old this month. I released it in May last year, and it's the first single, Brave, was #1. The second single, Metrosexual Craze, was #2 for 5 weeks, and now 42 and Margaret and Vera is doing so well on both the radio charts and country music channel. So
you've obviously got a great team around you. You're out doing shows all over the place, and I think the album's still got a fair bit of mileage in it, and 42 Margaret and Vera really is a fantastic song with a great story in it. And just before we go to the video clip, was it your job to sit down and actually glue all the models together?
No.
Okay, well, because you must. I was going to say you must have been really frustrated with the Sorry, what was that? We went all slow.
I know we did. Wow. I am a nut.
Don't you love that super fast broadband network that we don't need?
Great. Apparently we've got the fastest in the country.
I don't know who's got the fastest in the country, because it's certainly not me or you. Oh dear. So you didn't have to make all the models yourself?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because I was going to say, if I made the models myself, I would be as frustrated with my handiwork that I would end up destroying them too. So, I think that...
but I do have to say that it was 41 degrees. We shot it in Duncan's warehouse.
Yep.
And it was 41 degrees in the shed.
That's a little bit unfortunate, because it would have been infinitely funnier if it was 42 degrees.
Yes!
Much funnier.
So that's why I've got my hair's blowing, because I'm sitting right in front of the fan.
Oh, but Hollywood isn't all about glitz and glam.
No, it's not.
And 41 degrees is pretty tough. Pretty tough.
It was. Turned my hair red.
Oh, I love it. And I also love the fantastic album that you've got out, Driver's Seat. You can download it absolutely everywhere. It's also available through our friends at WWII. Let's can the yakkin and get to the amazing video clip. Please do listen to the words and the story, and get on Google and learn more about it. 42 Margaret and Vera. Here it is. Thank you very much, TRACY KILLEEN.
Thanks so much, Ben.
I don't know what that was at the end.
to hell and out of Singapore. They were strafed by guns and torn by bombs, with 2,000 souls on deck. It was gonna take a miracle to save them all from death. You never know what courage is until you hear the call. The bravest people never know that they were brave at all. Margaret and Vera, two Aussie girls, nurses with a job to do. They couldn't know what was in store, what fate would lead them to. When the bullets fly, there's no time to think. You go by what you feel. They threw themselves on their wounded mates, their bodies as a shield. You never know what courage is until you hear the call. The bravest people never know they were brave at all. The medals that they wear with pride are a token of our debt, so we who follow after them can learn and not forget. You never know what courage is until you hear the call. The bravest people never know they were brave at all. You never know what courage is until you hear the call. The bravest people never know that they were brave at all.
Another Ben Sorensen Real Country interview. Hear this interview and many more at www.realcountrymix.com.